Most of us live a pretty busy lifestyle these days, and when you've just arrived home from work, sometimes you just need to get food on the table. Tonight I've got 3 7-minute recipes that should get it there in no time at all. Firstly, we're going to cook fettuccine carbonara. Second, we're going to do a beef stir fry. And finally, we're going to do a beautiful chicken and caprese salad. So let's get started. What surprises people most about chefs is the food they cook for themselves. After working in the kitchen all day, the last thing you want to do is come home and cook dinner. So it has to be quick, easy, and make no dishes. The first thing we're going to cook today, and my favourite, is fettuccine carbonara. It's not the traditional way of making it, but it's certainly full of flavour, and it's quick, and it's easy. So to make it, you'll need a handful of parsley, half an onion, 1 clove of garlic, 1 rasher of bacon, 1 serve of fettuccine, 100 ml of cream, and 2 eggs. To get started, we need to get our fettuccine in the water because that takes the longest. Just nice boiling water, give it a stir. Next, we'll get started on our sauce. So, give the onion a dice. Doesn't have to be too fine, just nice and quickly. We don't want to get too much colour on this onion when we're cooking it. Just want to make it nice and clear in the pan. That's starting to sizzle. Next, we'll use the garlic, just nice slices. If you chop garlic up too much, it gets quite a harsh flavour. You just want to do nice slices and you'll get the nice sweetness out of the garlic instead of getting the harshness that you get in garlic from a glass jar. To this, add some nice olive oil and let that start simmering away. So now that's ticking away, we'll get onto our bacon. Cut the rind off. And now just into nice small pieces. So cut it in half on top and then just run your knife through it. And to that we'll add some salt and some pepper. Quite a lot of pepper. So now we'll let that tick away, and while that's going on we'll chop our parsley up. I might have a little bit too much here, so just use half of that. Just nice and rough again. This is just a nice, quick, easy meal. So we don't need to have it too fine. And the more you cut it up, the more bruised it gets, and it sort of changes the flavour a bit. Add that to our pan. This is nice and clear, as you can see. And so we'll add the cream. 100 ml. And just let that reduce down. Once it is reduced, we can add some parmesan to it if you like. You don't have to add the parmesan, but I think it gives it a really nice flavour. It also helps it thicken up. So we'll separate our eggs now. All we want is the yolks, so just separate your yolk out. I mean, with this sauce, it's a pretty basic sauce. You can add chicken to it if you want, mushrooms, capsicum, whatever you like. But this is just nice. Most of these ingredients you'll have at home already. So if you think you've got nothing in the cupboard, just have a closer look and you can make a similar sauce to this. It's quite important to use a good quality Parmesan because the flavour of the cheaper Parmesans doesn't really resemble the good Parmesans at all. And you can see there that it's all crumbled up and it's all nice and beautiful. You'll find with a lot of the cheaper Parmesans that they stick together and they look a lot like tasty cheese, whereas it should be nice and crumbly. You'll find it has quite a sharp flavour, not a creamy flavour. And it'll also melt through the sauce a lot better than the cheaper parmesans. They tend to just clump into little balls of cheese. So, I mean, that's a very nice aged parmesan, but you don't have to use something that nice. Even a cheaper parmesan is better than none. I think our pasta's gonna win the race today, so it might have to wait a minute for its sauce. So I'm gonna turn that off and take it off and strain it out just into a colander. And just to finish cooking the fettuccine, we'll finish cooking it in the sauce, and that'll help it stick to the pasta. So that's coming together really nicely there. You can see that there is already sticking to the pasta. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit runny. It's better to underdo this than to overdo it. So, and when we add our egg yolks, it's going to thicken it up, which is now. So put our egg yolks in and add your parmesan and stir it through. Once you've stirred it through, take it off the heat and continue stirring it. You don't want to overcook your egg yolks because they will curdle into scrambled eggs basically. So immediately you can see that that's much thicker than before. That's due to the egg yolk and to the parmesan, and just a little taste and that's ready to go, definitely. So grab yourself a plate and your pasta, in it goes. Making sure you get all the good stuff from the bottom of the pan. So there it is, a quick and easy fettuccine carbonara. But if pasta's not your thing, or you had it last night, stick around because next I'm going to cook a beautiful Asian beef stir fry.